Hello, our beautiful people. Welcome back. It's Thursday, almost to the weekend.
I'm so excited.
I thought it was Wednesday.
Yeah.
All day today, I thought it was Wednesday until you showed me.
This week flew by.
Yeah, I thought it was Wednesday. But we got a fun little video for you guys. We're going to give you some random thoughts that we have personally about Barcelona. Speaking of random thoughts, fun fact, it's starting to get a little bit, just a little bit warmer here in Barcelona.
It actually is.
Yes.
I don't know why, because that's not usual for February.
I don't care. I love it. Rudy's getting used to it. Me and Rudy, we're the coldest in this apartment.
Yeah.
So it's getting a little bit warmer. We still use heat every now and then, just kind of make it toasty. Yeah. But you guys know what to do. If you like the video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the family. We'd love to have you. Turn on the notification bell because we do upload Monday through Friday. Our time is a little bit different than your time, so we want to make sure you get notified for when we do upload.
Unless you're in Spain.
Yes. Let's get right into the video.
The first thing that we noticed when we came to Spain is some days are really crowded, but then you walk out there on
And
that
it's a
you
ghost
think
town.
this is gonna be a busy day. You go out there and it's empty.
Yeah. For example, most of the time around the weekends, a lot of tourists come in, at least here in Barcelona. But there's sometimes where we'll go out on a Friday and it's like, I'm not gonna say it's dead, but it's not very busy. And we look around and we're like, where's all the people at? But then we'll go out on a Sunday and it's packed. Like the streets are just full, everybody's out. And I'm like, wouldn't it be more people on a Friday than on a Sunday? Like the restaurants are closed, the bars are closed.
And some holidays. When you go out on like Christmas Day, it's like, it's
Christmas
dead.
Day, it was.
Yeah, it's, I don't understand when people are out and when they're inside.
Yeah. And it blows our mind because we're like, let's go out today. There's going to be a lot of people out. We want to see the city. And we go out and it's like, why is everything closed?
Sometimes I think there's like an event somewhere else that
everyone
just went, yeah.
Because Spain has some random holidays.
They do.
And we always want to be a part of them. So we're like, ooh, there's a festival coming up. Let's get ready for it. And we always miss out. And we wonder, how do we get notified when these holidays are? One, we want to know when the grocery stores are going to be open because they'll close on you and don't even, we just want to know when these holidays are so we can be a part of the festivities, but we always miss them.
Yeah.
Always miss them. There was one day we were walking around and we managed to catch a parade and we were like,
oh yeah.
we finally got one of the festivals.
And the funny thing, 10 minutes into the parade, Lance was like, I'm hungry. You want to go home and make burgers? Remember?
I mean, a parade's a parade. Once you see it all, you see all the cool stuff. And it was a long parade. So I was just like, I'm just happy to be a part of it for the 10 minutes. And now it's time to go home.
To go home. The next one is for me. So when I came to Barcelona, and my mom too, so we drink a lot of coffee.
Yes.
When we came here, everywhere we go to like coffee places where you expect good coffee, it's just not good. It's just not good. And it's not just the coffee places, it's also when you go to the grocery stores, they just have like the most basic coffee. They don't have like the good coffee.
They don't sell
I'm just like
what they have in ice. And
where do you get good coffee in Spain? And I'm not talking about the Starbucks coffee that's 13 euros.
Yeah, that's true. Starbucks is expensive here. It's expensive anywhere.
Yeah.
But I will say this, I'm not a coffee drinker, but I have been kind of dipping my toes into being a coffee connoisseur. And I can taste the difference now. So after drinking her Icelandic coffee, and going to the coffee shops and drinking like what's it called? A regular Americano, I was just like,
It tastes different.
This kind of tastes, I need a little bit more sugar.
No, and then remember the coffee place we went. I'm gonna beep it out. So we went to this place and I could barely drink that coffee.
I think all coffees taste the same in a sense I started becoming, once again, a coffee connoisseur. But
You didn't even drink that coffee.
I couldn't drink that coffee. It was the worst tasting coffee I've ever had in my entire life.
And I drink a lot of coffee, and that coffee we had, it was like I drank it, but I didn't want to drink it. It was not good. So if you live in Barcelona or you're from Barcelona, let me know both where they sell good coffee, like coffee shops, but also like in the grocery store.
That's actually a really good. Yes, please let us know. Comment down below where the best coffee shop is in Barcelona, and if you comment down below, we'll do a video for it.
Yeah, Americano, not some sugary creamy
I
coffee.
don't care what it is. Let us know where the best coffee is. It could be sugar creamy. I'm looking for the good stuff. I did have a good caramel latte in Buenas Migas.
Yeah, Buenas Migas is good.
Buenas Migas, I will say.
Yeah.
It's not this coffee. What is this coffee?
There.
Again, the Icelandic company.
Yeah, it's cafetao.
Cafetao. It's not cafetao.
It means coffee tears. It really does.
Buenas Migas has some good coffee, so I would recommend that place for coffee.
Yeah, me too. They're good.
Yeah. Great workspace as well.
Yes. I have one question.
I have an answer.
You don't.
Okay.
Do stores in Spain have opening hours? What's your answer?
I don't even know. I went out this morning and it was 10. Everything was closed.
Sometimes we walk the dog in the morning.
Everything was closed.
And I'm thinking like, okay, it's 10 or 11 or whatever time, and I'm like, nothing is open. So I'm like,
we have a coffee shop right downstairs.
Yeah.
And that was closed, and it was 10 a.m.
I know, it blows my mind. Like, every time we go out in the morning, it's not open. Then we go around like afternoon, 2, 3, no, it's siesta.
So I'm like, they must open at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
I feel like.
And the restaurants open, some of them open like 8 or 9.
But also the weird thing is like, for example, like this morning I went out, this coffee shop was closed. But on my way in, it was like a 30-minute walk. On my way back, they were starting to open. So I was like, for a coffee shop, why would you be opening around 10:30? So I think people just I think the day just starts later here.
It does, because restaurants open at 8 or 9 p.m. Like, yeah.
That's another interesting thing, is that things start later here and they stay open a little bit later too.
Yeah.
Forget a sleep schedule.
But the thing is, like, the reason why we are confused about this is because when we go in the middle of the day, like, some of the stores are open, but some of them have siesta. Mm-hmm. So you literally don't know if they're open, like,
or if they're
closed
down
for the day, good. Or closed down for good.
Yes.
Like, you don't know.
We have a grocery store right behind us. We went there and it was closed down, so we thought it was siesta, but for the past couple of weeks, it's just been closed down. So we're like, oh, I think it's closed for good. I would not be surprised if I go back there and it's open.
Yeah,
and they were just gone for a couple of weeks. I would not be surprised, because I've seen that, and it's a hard thing to adjust, because I can only speak for the States. I can't speak for Iceland. But in the States, you know this store's gonna open at this time.
Yeah,
there's no such thing as siesta. And it's gonna close at this time. Here, you just gotta.
They have the siesta, and I also, like, I'm being dead serious. I really think that if the owner is like, oh, like, I want a vacation or I want to take these days off, they just take the days off.
Yeah, and there's no notification. There's just a piece of paper written on it. We're gone between this day and this day. And
I
you're just
love
like,
it though. It's like, I like that
it's
people,
their business, so they can do what they want, and I respect that. But it's just kind of like, oh, okay, I guess they're gonna be gone.
I won't get my tool this day.
Yeah. But and that's another thing that I love about Barcelona, is that probably about 90% of the businesses out here are independently owned. Yeah. It's not a lot of franchises, or it's entrepreneurs.
There is no Walmart.
Working their own. There kind of is Alcampo.
Nah, Alcampo is, well,
I don't know.
It could be, I don't know.
But it's like entrepreneurs working their business, their time, their schedule, and as an entrepreneur, I like that.
Yeah, I love it.
I like that. So it's just kind of one of the things you just gotta adjust to.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I didn't even read it to you. Go ahead.
One thing that confuses us about Barcelona is the doors. The outdoor, the door to go out. What do you say? The outdoor.
I don't. Just keep explaining.
The
'cause
door
I don't
to
know
get
what
into
you're
your
saying.
apartment.
Okay.
Okay,
They don't have doorknobs. Ours don't have a doorknob.
that's what we're talking about.
Ours don't have a doorknob. I can't
If
speak
you
for
close
anybody
the
else.
door, if you close the door,
you leave
with,
your keys
you
inside
leave
the
the
house,
keys inside. You
The
won't
door can be
able-
unlocked. The door can be unlocked, but if you leave your keys inside the house, there's no way you're gonna be able to open it.
Nope.
There's no doorknob.
It's not here.
There's no doorknob on the outside of the door. So the way that you open your apartment is you like turn the key and it clicks and
Yeah.
the door opens. So you gotta have your home key. And
Yeah.
you can't lose it when you're out because you can't unlock the door. You can't,
Yeah.
There's no way to get into your house. There's no doorknob, at least in our apartment.
Yeah.
Flat.
It is in a lot of. It was in my old one too.
It was in
It's
your
in
old
a in a lot of apartments, especially in the Gothic area.
I don't understand that.
I think it's something about like the center of Barcelona, like the old buildings. I don't know though, but
The newer buildings, I could see, because I think we went to some newer buildings and they had doorknobs, but we live in the center. We live like right downtown. And
Yeah.
these older buildings, they don't, a lot of them, unless they've been remodeled, a lot of them don't have doorknobs on the outside.
but not
Keeping
only-
that in mind, it could also be a safety issue.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I kind of like it.
Yeah, just don't lose your keys. Because if you lose your keys, you are seriously screwed. I'm warning you, if you visit Barcelona, if you come live in Barcelona, don't lose your keys.
I heard it happened to one girl in Iceland. She's on social media. It happened to her in Italy. So I think it's like a European thing. She and her husband, they went downstairs to get something out of the car, and the kids were inside. With the keys were inside, and they were
the door
really young.
closed.
Yeah, and the door closed. And they were like, "Oh my gosh, can you open?" Like trying not to freak out, and the kids were like scared and like just
didn't know what
froze.
to do,
And
yeah.
they didn't open the door, and then they found like another door to the apartment. It was an Airbnb.
Well, we'd have to be Spider-Man for our apartment and
So
climb
it's-
up 5 stories. And then kick the windows down to get into ours, because you can't lose your keys.
But yeah, so it's a European, I think.
In some places, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess a lot of the older
Yeah.
type places in Europe, yeah. This frustrates me because I do a lot of research. I don't know where
'Cause
everything is. So I pull up a lot of things on Google Maps or on Google. And it comes to find out that a lot of businesses won't pop up on Google Maps or Google.
Yeah.
So you won't find it. For example, we wanted to look up a printing store. It brought up 5 of the best printing stores, but there was a printing store right down the street from us that was amazing that never popped up on
Yeah.
Google. Does it have a Google account? Maybe, probably, but when I typed in printing store, it never popped up on Google. When I typed in gyms, you have to put in a specific name.
Yeah, you can't find it.
Yeah, I typed in gyms near me, and there'll be a couple of pop up, but I
It's
found
not
out
like-
that there's like 4 more in this area that I never even knew was here.
Yeah.
And they don't pop up. Like, you have to put in this specific name, and a lot, like I said, a lot of these businesses are small businesses, the entrepreneurs, and I guess they just don't have
That's what I was gonna say.
websites
Like, I think this is like the reason why it's like affecting us is because we are used to being in America.
yeah,
It is very good. Like the Google Maps in America, everything is on there.
everything. You
So when
type
you come
in,
here, you're like,
yeah.
just have to walk around the city.
So how do we get around that? That's actually what we do. We have to walk around the city, and if we run into something, we'll be like, oh, we're gonna come here from now on, and then we'll mark our place on the map, so that way we know, okay, this is where that's located. Or
Yeah.
hopefully they have an Instagram.
Yeah.
I found
That's another thing though. There's a lot of places that I've been like, you know, these Instagram coffee shops. I looked them up on Instagram and they don't have Instagram. And I'm like,
really. So
Like-
where do people?
yeah, that's walk around the city.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
That's really.
And then there's a lot of things that I've noticed as well, as like you can go on TripAdvisor or you can go on whatever TikTok or whatever, and then you'll see top recommended places to visit, but there's a lot of these hole-in-the-wall places that don't have websites. They're not on TripAdvisor, where you'll see long lines outside of them. You're like, what is that? Then you find out it's a restaurant, and you're like, how is that so popular?
The lottery.
Or the lottery. And you'd be like, how is that so popular? I've never seen it online.
Yeah, that's true.
So that brings us back to our past video that we filmed. You got to bring your walking shoes.
Yeah, you do.
You got to go walking around the city. That's how you're going to find the hidden gems. Walk around.
I do kind of like it though.
Yeah,
that
it
not
gets you out.
everything is on Google Maps.
It's más o menos. I'm working on my Spanish, y'all. I'll put that out there. My Spanish is getting better, by the way. Quiz me. But it's good and it's bad.
I like it because you know how I have a problem with the technology? That's why I like it. Because it actually, like you said, it makes you go out there and find that printing store because it's not on there.
This girl thinks technology is Skynet. You know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea.
Not you.
I know.
They know what I'm talking about.
You said that you have seen this in the US, no?
Yes.
People wrap their cigarettes, a joint, whatever they're wrapping, everywhere. They're doing it on the metro.
Well,
They do.
They do. But here's the thing. One, a lot of young people smoke here. So a lot of the population smoke cigarettes, which is fine, whatever.
People in general, like,
yeah, actually, I see all people smoke. Our neighbors smoke, and
they don't speak English.
our neighbors smoke, and they're older. So I'm just kind of like, you might want to slow down a little bit, you know, just looking out for your life. They wrap their own cigarettes, but the funny thing is marijuana. You don't know if they're wrapping a joint, or you don't know if they're wrapping cigarettes until they light it up, and you smell it, and you're like, that's not a cigarette.
Every time my mom comes here, I can't get used to the smell.
Yeah, because you can, Spain, a lot of the restaurants have small spaces. So if you're sitting outside eating at a small space, the person right next to you will be smoking. And it's like, we don't necessarily like the smoking, but you can't say nothing about it because they're outside, and, you know, it's their right to smoke or whatever. But there's a lot of people who smoke here. Yeah. And it's something that we're not used to.
Yeah. And I'm not used to seeing them wrapping you like that.
I saw a police officer doing that.
Oh, yeah. At the bunkers.
Yeah, we saw a police officer doing it. And I was just like, he was just like...
I was wondering why he wasn't wearing his mask. Because the other one was. And I was like, why isn't he wearing his mask? And then I saw it.
Yeah, but it's a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing.
So this one blew my mind when I got here. Yeah, right. So touching my head. So this blew my mind when I first got here, and I didn't know why. But the chicken breast. You go to a grocery store, you're buying chicken breast, and it's like yellowy orange type chicken breast. And I was like, is it dirty? What's wrong with the chicken? Is it good chicken? And
it's like yellow.
Go ahead and explain why, because you explain it better.
It's they're running free.
So it's a free range chicken. And what, do they eat corn?
Yeah, I think they do, but I saw on TikTok, I don't know if this is right or if it's correct, but I saw on TikTok that when they're free, this is how the color is. I don't know. That's
something we can look into more. But we did learn that there were free range chickens, which actually, when we tried it, it tastes better.
It tastes really good.
It tastes really, really good. And the texture is better.
I always pick the yellow chicken.
It's my new favorite chicken.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, me too. And then not only is the texture better, but...
cleaner.
Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Dang it.
How did you forget?
I don't know.
I was so excited.
Me too.
I thought you were gonna...
Because I said the texture was better. I said it was cleaner.
Tastes better.
Did I not say that?
No.
Oh, it tastes better. I think that was it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tastes better. Depends on how you season it, but...
yeah, but it does taste better. It's cool. And it's healthier chicken, which makes me think, because I've never, myself, personally, I've never seen chicken like that in the States. So it makes me wonder, I'm like, are we really getting like good quality food? That's another video for another time. You can comment below on that one.
The last one, Spanish people, I don't think it's the tourists. I think it's the locals. They have like trees on their balcony. Like big it's not plants, it's trees. And the tree is like reaching the neighbor's window. I'm like...
Yeah, they do have big trees. Some people have palm trees. Some people just have a bunch of plants on their balcony.
And keep in mind, the balcony is like this big.
Maybe a little bit bigger.
Like this.
Yeah, and they'll have... Now, to me, it's your balcony. You can do what you want. It doesn't really bother me much. But Dua loves being... She has this thing with, I need to be outside. I need to see. If I don't see outside, I'm going to die. She has this thing like that. So every time we walk past a tree with a balcony, she's like, plants, how can they see? How can they get sunlight? And I'm like, Dua, they're not like you. They don't care. She's like, no, but they shouldn't have trees on their balcony. And I'm like, okay, it's just...
Who has a tree on their balcony? It's a tree. It's supposed to be in the
fine.
nature.
They want to decorate the balcony, make it nice.
Then get a nice looking plant. Not a full-blown, it's a full-blown tree. And it's reaching...
She has a major issue.
It's reaching the other balcony across the street.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be that extreme, but, there are a lot of trees that are like that on balconies. But it just blows her mind because the first thing she thinks about is like, there's no way I'd be able to sit in the sun like that. And I'm like,
and drink my coffee in the morning.
Yes, so
I don't get it.
She has an issue with the trees on the balcony.
Imagine also the bugs that are in it. Like, you couldn't open the balcony door. You couldn't get fresh air.
Even your fresh air. Those are some things that we just randomly think about when we're walking on the streets of Barcelona. Not Barcelona, but of Barcelona. When you live in a completely different country than you're raised in, or that you've lived in before, like, you start to notice little things. You start to notice things from how people act to certain things that they even sell, to apps that they use, and all kinds of things that you have to adjust to. So you start to notice these little things, and it kind of sparks ideas in your brain to where you're like, why does this happen? Or this is actually super convenient. There was something the other day that was really convenient.
The grocery bag that they roll. The grandma bag.
That actually, we need to get one of those. So there's things that's really convenient, and it's just like, why isn't the rest of the world like this? Or it's like, you guys need to catch up.
Which is a lot of it.
Yeah, so it's kind of either or, and that's one of the things that we love about living in a foreign country, because it takes us out of our comfort zone. Yeah. I wouldn't have it any other way, because it's amazing. It really is amazing. Even everything that we named on the list, it's cool because you don't see it every day. Yeah. We do now, but we didn't. Yeah. But that's all we got for you guys today. If you liked the video, again, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. We appreciate it. That lets us know what we need to film for you guys, if we're on the right track, or what you guys like to see from us. Comment down below if you have anything to add, especially if you're from Barcelona. We would love to know. And subscribe to the family. We'd love to have you. Don't forget to turn...
swallow your saliva.
Don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you can be alerted for when our next video plays. See you guys later, dudes.